Early life and introduction to football. Gillian Coultard was born on November 7, 1968 in Doncaster, England. Her early life was shaped by a strong passion for sports, particularly football, which was not as widely accepted for women at the time. Growing up, she faced the challenge of finding opportunities to play the game she loved. Football was predominantly a male-dominated sport, but her dedication, combined with natural talent, set her on a path that would see her break barriers in women's football. From a young age, Coultard exhibited an exceptional level of skill and determination. She began playing football at the local level, with little access to the structured youth teams that many male players enjoyed. Despite these limitations, Coultard's talent was evident, and she quickly rose through the ranks in local football competitions. Club career, pioneering. Women's football. Coultard's journey into professional football began in earnest when she joined Doncaster Belles in 1986, one of the top women's teams in England at the time. Playing for the Belles, she quickly established herself as a central figure in the team, known for her technical skill, vision, and ability to dictate the pace of the game. Over the years, her consistent performances helped Doncaster become one of the dominant forces in women's football in England. In the 1990s, as women's football began to gain more visibility, Coultard played a pivotal role in some of Doncaster's most successful seasons. Her ability to control the midfield and create opportunities for her teammates made her a vital part of the team's success. Her contributions were not just limited to her passing range and vision but extended to her leadership on the field. Coultard's spell with Doncaster Belles was marked by multiple league titles and cup victories. Her reputation grew, and she became one of the most respected players in the Women's Football Association, WFA, which governed the women's game in England before the creation of the FA Women's Super League. After her successful stint with Doncaster Belles, Coultard went on to have brief spells with other teams, such as Leeds United, where she continued to play at a high level. Her career was instrumental in increasing the visibility and professionalism of women's football in England, a role that she would continue to fulfill throughout her career. International career. A star for England. Gillian Coultard's international career with the England women's national team was equally distinguished. Making her debut in 1985, she became one of the foundational players in the early years of the national team's development. Over her career, she earned 119 caps for England, a testament to her longevity and consistency at the highest level. Her international career was highlighted by participation in numerous UEFA European Championship campaigns and the 1995 FIFA Women's World Cup. Coultard was part of the England team that reached the semi-finals of the 1995 World Cup, which remains one of the team's best performances in the history of the tournament. Although England did not win, the team's strong showing was a significant milestone for women's football in the country. Coultard was known for her versatility and intelligence on the field. While primarily a midfielder, her leadership and ability to control the tempo of the game allowed her to play in various roles throughout her international career. She was a key figure in the team's tactical approach, often tasked with breaking up the opposition's play and initiating attacks. Playing style and influence. Gillian Coultard was known for her technical ability, sharp footballing mind, and exceptional passing range. As a midfielder, she had the vision to dictate the game, making key passes and playing a crucial role in both defense and attack. Her passing was precise, and she often made assists with inch-perfect deliveries. Her strength in breaking down opposition attacks made her a tenacious force in midfield. Off the ball, Coultard was equally influential. She was known for her work ethic, often running tirelessly to support both defense and attack. Her ability to read the game and make key interceptions was one of her standout qualities. It was this combination of skill, intelligence, and leadership that made her one of the best players in her era. In terms of her influence on the pitch, Coultard's leadership qualities were unmistakable. She was a natural captain, possessing a calm yet assertive demeanor that allowed her to organize her teammates and keep them focused. Her tactical awareness meant that she could read the game well, often acting as the glue that held the team together. Retirement and legacy. After an illustrious career that spanned over 2 decades, Gillian Coultard retired from professional football in the early 2000s. Her retirement marked the end of an era for England and Doncaster Belles, as she had been a cornerstone of their success for so long. Despite stepping away from the playing field, Coulthard's impact on women's football continued. She became involved in coaching and mentoring young players, helping to pass on her wealth of knowledge and experience to the next generation. Coulthard's contributions to the growth of the women's game were immense, and she became a role model for young female athletes aspiring to make their mark in the sport. In recognition of her achievements, Coulthard was inducted into the English Football Hall of Fame in 2005. This honor solidified her place as one of the pioneers of women's football in England. Her legacy is one of breaking down barriers for women in sport, and she is often cited as a key figure in the development of women's football both in England and globally. Post-retirement and advocacy for women's football. Following her retirement from playing, Gillian Coultard has continued to advocate for the growth of women's football. She has used her platform to highlight the need for greater investment in the women's game and has worked with various organizations to ensure that future generations of female players have access to the resources and opportunities necessary to succeed. Coultard is also known for her charitable work and her efforts to encourage young girls to participate in sports. Through coaching, speaking engagements, and mentoring, she has remained a prominent figure in the football community. Legacy and influence. Gillian Coultard's influence on women's football cannot be overstated. As one of the early trailblazers of the women's game, she not only excelled on the field but also helped to raise the profile of women's football in England. Her leadership, both on and off the pitch, set a benchmark for future generations of players. Today, her legacy continues to inspire female footballers, and she remains a role model for young girls who dream of playing the game at the highest level. Through her efforts, Gillian Coultard has cemented her place as one of the most important figures in the history of women's football. Her contributions to the sport have ensured that the foundation she helped build continues to grow, with the women's game becoming more recognized, respected, and professional. As the women's football landscape continues to evolve, the impact of players like Gillian Coultard will always be remembered and celebrated. Conclusion. Gillian Coultard's career is a testament to the power of determination, skill, and leadership. From her humble beginnings in Doncaster to becoming one of the most decorated and respected figures in women's football, Coultard's journey has inspired countless athletes. Through her pioneering spirit, she has not only shaped the course of women's football in England but also contributed to the global rise of women's sport as a whole.